All right, Shalom, Akim out there. We want to start off by giving all glory, praise, honor, dominion, and power unto
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakadash.
Double honors unto our apostles and elders at Great Millstone that rule well and continue to do so. Salutations, peace, and blessings unto the hopeful elect, the house of David. Double honors once again unto our apostles, our elders, and our teachers that have given us the two most important things we could ever know: the name of our Heavenly Father and the name of His only begotten Son, their true and proper names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, our language, the Lashwan Kodash, which means holy tongue. Lashwan meaning tongue or language, and Kodash meaning holy. Now these be the names that are written. The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. Yah meaning He, Hawa meaning exists or is to be. He is. He exists. He, the existing one. For He is a rewarder of them that diligently seeks Him. And in the name of His only begotten Son, who has a name that is above every name, given amongst men here on earth, to the Israelite man first, and also to the believers, consisting of women, children, helps of the prophets, and those that have faith, they will be calling upon that name, even that mighty name, the name Yahushai. Yah meaning He, Yahushai meaning deliverer and savior. For that is exactly what He will come and do for the second time in physical form, yet as an angelic force. For we shall see Him as He is, and we shall be like Him. So that is the name of the Savior of you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And we have also given you the name of our Heavenly Father, who have made a covenant with us as a people through our forefathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, whose name alone is Yahweh. And you must call upon those names, and you will see the power thereof. And those names will be the key indicators of your survival in these last and troubling days. Because whoever does not have the name of the Heavenly Father will be cut off and will be destroyed with the enemy, deadly enemy of our nation, Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, and his people, his whole power structure. When it crumbles and falls, you will be caught up in it. But those that trust in the Lord will be caught up out of it and rescued. So Lord's willing, this is an edifying lesson. Just a continuation, another installment of Babylon is an illusion. Seek the light. And the light is the name of Yahweh Bashimashai and the gospel that is preached that entails those names. See, the Lord is going to be the only light when everything goes dark. I mean, everything is going to go dark. Just like in ancient Egypt, when the darkness was felt, and we're going to get into it here in Wisdom of Solomon, it breaks it down to a T. In the Exodus is what is more of an abridgment that Moses gave to us of our departure out of Egypt alongside the plagues. But this here in Wisdom of Solomon goes into detail of what was going on in the darkness of the plagues to the Egyptians, Mizraim, the Hamites. But now modern day Egypt, America, is going to be an even greater darkness that's felt. People are going to lose their mind. People are going to want to hear the voice of another. Communications are going to be cut off. Food is going to spoil. People that are on oxygen tanks and medical care that needs electricity are going to die instantly or die within hours. Babies are going to die. Pregnant women are going to be without help. Old people going to perish. A lot of people are going to meet their end right when the power goes out. And then when they do establish order and give you these 15-minute cities, the only people that's going to even be able to get into those places is going to have to take the RFID. And that's going to be a direct ticket to destruction. Nuclear fire and missiles is going to rain on those people to get those things. And also, before the missiles hit, they're going to have a cancerous sore. And those that will fight against it, well, it's going to be a civil war going on. Egyptian fighting against Egyptian. They're going to be taken down by government forces, militia groups. And the militia groups fighting the Bible Belt, they're going to fight against the system, but eventually lose. So it's just going to be destruction. If you don't have Yahweh Shai, every other avenue that you're trying to escape through is going to lead you to your end. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into it. You got it, huh?
All right, this is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17, verse 7.
We'll start at verse 5.
5?
Because when the power goes out, your damn backup generator and all this other crap is not going to be able to help. When the Lord sends a certain darkness, it's going to be like the brother in London says beautifully. The elder or Kwam is going to be spooky. It's
Yeah.
gonna get real spooky, eerie, because when the lights go, it ain't just the electricity you have to worry about, or marauders,
Yeah.
or slavers, or traders, slave traders, or traders of goods, black market, right?
Yes.
You're gonna have to deal with apparitions,
That's right.
ghosts, as they call them in this time, but really it's gonna be evil spirits and demons. And then it also mentions that there are spirits created for vengeance.
That's right.
Then you're gonna have evil beasts and newly created creatures and other things that you're gonna have to face, other than just people and trying to find food and somewhere.
That's right.
You're gonna have to get through a whole lot of spiritual entities that are sent directly from the heavenly realm.
Yeah.
The righteous, which is gonna be with Michael, is gonna stand up for those written in the book, but the evil angels is going to come for you people that know not Yahweh Bashim Shai. And in the end, the Lord is going to come with fire, and he's going to send vengeance on those that know not the Heavenly Father and that did not believe the gospel. Go ahead, Doc.
Khan. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17, verse 5 on down. No power of the fire might give them light, neither could the bright flames of the stars endure to lighten that horrible night.
It's a horrible night for the Egyptians, but it was a long night. It said a long night, because we know, according to the Exodus, that they were in darkness for 3 days straight with no sun rising. So that's bug day. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Imagine the darkness goes out in Babylon and the sun don't come.
Yeah.
And you don't even know.
Yeah.
They didn't even know how much time really passed by.
Right.
To them, it could have been a whole month, year. They like, have I been here for years? they just in the dark.
Yeah.
Don't know what the hell's going on. Can't go to sleep.
Yeah.
What does that lead to? Insomnia? They bugging out. You can't sleep.
Seeing things. Tripping out.
But they was actually seeing things, hearing things.
Yeah.
But then they didn't know if it was in their own mind or. Man. So the Lord sent delusions on them and spells and all. Well, not even spells, but to them, they were into spells and all that, and their spells and their magic couldn't help them escape the plague and the punishment that the Lord Yahweh, our power, Yahweh Shai, which is the death angel that came down eventually in the darkness to slay the firstborn. They didn't even know that was coming.
Yeah.
See, Moses had told that to Pharaoh directly, like, nigga, you through. You and your firstborn gonna be done. But the rest of Egypt in darkness through, wailing, screaming, crying, didn't even know that there's another plague waiting for them in the darkness.
Yeah.
That's power. Go ahead.
Verse 6, only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself.
See, the Lord is showing his power. Like, all right, well, you can't actually produce a light to shine in this darkness, but the Lord will produce a light to just shine out of no place. What's that?
Yeah.
And that's the Lord showing you that he was the light shining in the darkness, but it was a plague to the Egyptians. What's going on? Like, they couldn't light a fire. They couldn't see the stars. They couldn't see the sun. But then the Lord just shined the light to them, like, hey, to show them the power. Like, where's Ra?
Yeah.
Where's the sun God?
Yep.
He doesn't exist. There's only one God, Yahweh.
That's right.
So the people gonna know in this time that there's only one power, Yahweh, and his son, Yahweh Shai. And those that call upon him will be delivered, saved, taken care of, have an abundance, where others will be weeping and sorrowing, and will be hungering and thirsting in another fashion. While the righteous that trust in Yahweh Shai is gonna be A-OK. Go ahead, Ak.
Very dreadful.
Dreadful. Hey, that's the evil spirits.
Yeah.
And then you don't even know it was in the light. It was probably just a light shine.
Yeah.
It was something else behind the light. Like, there's somebody's holding that light. But
for being much terrified. See, they thought the things which they saw to be worse than the sight they saw not.
That's it, bro. Yeah. So they thought the thing that they didn't see was worse than what they didn't. What they saw, they thought was worse than what they didn't see. They're like, okay, if I'm seeing this,
yes.
Hey, but that's beautiful because what they saw not was Yahweh Bashim Shai. Like, who have done this? Yahweh Bashim Shai, the power of the Hebrews, in whom you enslaved. They had lights in their dwellings while y'all was in the dark. So you people that have done our people wrong, you gon' meet our power.
Yeah. And
then those of our people that have withstood the words of the prophets and have turned their back on their own power and their savior, you gon' see what the Lord does to rebels and traitors and those that it said that they all might be damned that believe not the truth. Now
right.
you go into the word damned, it means damnation.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be in damnation because you believe not the truth.
That's it.
And you're going to suffer the same fate as an Edomite and a heathen.
That's right.
In Babylon.
Yep.
The most heavily armed nation in the world. Imagine when the lights go. I mean, it's about to be a bloodbath on certain, like we mentioned earlier. You ain't got to just worry about the slavers and the traitors and the marauders and people ransacking your house and militiamen and army men. You have to worry about beasts, newly created creatures, apparitions, evil spirits, spirits created for vengeance. It can be on anybody. It can be robots, inanimate objects, a robot dog.
Yeah, anything.
The do everything. Oh, diseases is gonna be out here.
Oh yeah.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Verse 7. As for the illusions of art magic.
You see that? See, Babylon is an illusion. Your damn TV screen, your stupid radio playing a song over and over again. That's illusion and magic.
Mm-hmm.
And they putting spells on you people. But when all this goes, the Lord's going to finally break the spell off you people. And he's going to remove the veil off all nations to let them know what's really going on.
Yeah.
And that is far too late to turn back. Mm-hmm. And if you're in the Lord's left side, you're going to be destroyed. If you're in his way, if you're an enemy unto the Lord, or you're going to meet the king of terrors. He's going to send terror on you. Mm-hmm. And it said that the only hope of what the ungodly is the giving up of the ghost. So the Lord's like, the only way to appease him is dying, is you dying.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's going to appease the Lord. Yeah. And it said the only expectation of the wicked is wrath. So the wicked is Esau Edom. His only expectation is destruction, wrath.
Yeah.
But then the ungodly, which is our people and people that know not the Lord, their only expectation is the giving up of the ghost, which is to die. Man. Yeah. But even the illusion of the art magic ain't able to save these people. They ain't gonna have drugs to keep them sane. The alcohol ain't gonna be able to because it said the strong drink is bitter to them that drink it. Even now in society is still standing. How much more when society crumbles? Go ahead,
John. They were put down, and their vaunting in wisdom was reproved with disgrace.
Your science ain't gonna be able to help you. Elon and his weak ass robots ain't gonna be able to do nothing. They gonna be shut off. Yeah. See, Lord, when the Lord sends the darkness, he'll be able to shut down all the power. He'll be able to turn the robots off if he wants to. Like, man, shut down. They just shut down. Niggas be stuck. People gonna be stuck in elevators. They gonna be stuck in a Tesla.
Yeah.
They gonna be driving. Shit go shut down on a damn open highway. Then you gonna have one of them semi trucks that be driven by the robots. That shit gonna keep running. You're gonna plow into it. Demon in the car.
John, some people too even have smart houses. Like they wouldn't be able to leave their houses because their windows and their doors are all electronic too now. You know?
Yeah. People gonna be trapped everywhere. A darkness which may be felt. And the dude gonna be like, well, I'm all right, man. Shit, I got a cellar wine right there. I got a bathroom.
Yeah.
He's like, well, I can survive for a couple weeks. Who's to say that the Lord, you go into your little pantry, the Lord turn the whole box of food into stones.
Yeah.
Just open it up.
Yep.
It's just rocks.
That's it.
And stones, or he'll turn it into maggots.
Maggots, yeah.
Like he did to Jake that was trying to take more mana than they were supposed to. Yeah. The Lord turned the mana into maggots and stuff like that. Because Jake was trying to get more than what was needed. And that was the Lord's own people. Yeah. So how much more ugly ass heathen that's been stacking up a prepper, Lord can turn that to nothing.
Exactly. So,
or you can put a lion in there like on Jumanji just waiting for you in the dark. You just be in there and there's a lion in there. He just appears in there like that. How did he get in there?
Damn.
Now you in there with a silverback, a lion, a jaguar. Shoot, a saber tooth can come up in there. Lord's like, let me bring something back from another age.
That's it, yeah, easily.
Yeah. Go ahead,
They were put down, and their vaunting in wisdom was reproved with disgrace.
So the Lord's going to disgrace Babylon for all its splendor and all its knowledge that it has. It's going to make the people of America know that you've been nothing the whole time. And it ain't just going to be in America. It's going to be worldwide. But the epicenter of the Lord's anger is going to be right here in Babylon. But Babylon is the place of illusion. All the other countries are starting to awaken and wake up and know what the fuck is going on. But you American idiots still don't know what the hell is going on. Still. Because you refuse to know. But let me get another version. That's the GNTA. Mm-hmm. And we're going to go back to verse 7. And I'm going to read it in the modern translation. Then we're going to play the clip and we're going to continue. This is madness right here. On my this damn site uses cookies or whatever.
Yeah.
Crap. All right, now this is verse 7. This is the illusions produced by their magic tricks were put to shame. And all the wisdom they had boasted of came to nothing. So you got Elon with the robots, AI, all that's going to be shut off. The only places that's going to have AI is the 15-minute cities and certain military installations that they have set up that have backup generators and things like that. But the modern populace is going to be without power. It's going to be without government. It's going to be lawless. It's going to be without law. It's going to be like that movie Civil War. Mm-hmm. They ain't going to be accepting cash. Mm-mm. They're going to be bartering things. They ain't probably going to be accepting that. They're going to be like, if we got more guns than you, we going to just take it. Mm-hmm. Then you're going to have people still wanting that old world to come back, and they just going to be stuck. They're going to be in a fetal position just, I don't know what to do. Mm-hmm. They ain't going to know what to do. People going to be lost. Mm-hmm. They ain't going to know what the hell to do. That's why you need to seek the light now, the light of this gospel, the light of the truth. The Lord, in his goodness, it says, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Seek him while he's near. See, in that time, the Lord ain't going to be near. I mean, the Lord's going to be there for the elect, but to the rest of our people, they gonna think the Lord has forsaken the earth, as it tells you in another place. Oh, can you quickly get real quick? Mm-hmm. Was it Isaiah 8? And jump down to the bottom real quick. Let me follow you though. I'll go there with you. So go to Isaiah 8. And I believe it's at the bottom of the chapter. Okay. If I'm mistaken. Yup. Isaiah 8 and jump to 20. 20? Okay. Well, start at verse 19. Okay. And we gonna read both the versions. Go ahead,
Come on, this is Isaiah chapter 8, verse 19. Mm-hmm. And when they shall say unto you, seek unto them that have familiar spirits, and unto wizards that peep, that murder, that mutter, mm-hmm. should not a people seek unto their power? Mm-hmm. For the living to the dead.
Yeah. So people gonna be seeking dead motherfuckers that have long been passed, or niggas using tarot cards to summon the dead. They ain't gonna help you people in this time, because the only ones that is gonna be able to tell you what is ahead, what's going on then and there, and what has already occurred is the prophets. And at that time, the prophets is gonna be shut up and gone, disappeared, gone. The Lord's gonna take his men away during that time. And that's when people we're gonna be able to get Isaiah where it said, and they shall cry for wine in the streets. People are going to be looking for answers. Yeah. And the only ones with the answers is going to be the prophets whom the Lord have revealed his secrets to. That's right. And at that time, the Lord is going to make their tongue cleave to the roof of their mouth, so they shall not be a reprover of this people. And we don't only reprove our people. We speak unto the nations. The nations will go, oh, what's going on? Yeah. We told you people that the Egyptians shall fight against the Egyptians. Not the ancient Egyptians, the modern day Egyptians, the Americans. That's why civil war is in the land. They ain't gonna understand why. We told you. But why is Trump doing all this? The cruel Lord in Isaiah 19. We have told you people this already. There's nothing more for us to say. You have to just live in the prophecy. Sure. You're gonna have to
just roll with the punches.
Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna read the NLT. Right. Someone may say to you, let's ask the mediums and those who consult the spirits of the dead with their whisperings and mutterings. They will tell us what to do. But shouldn't people ask God for guidance? Yahweh Shema Shai, right? Should the living seek guidance from the dead? Because a lot of people are gonna be dead in that time that might have had the answers, so to speak, of how a prepper might just die right then and there. And people, wake up, Johnny, and he the only one know where his bunker is. Now you seek it for the dead guy to tell you how to live. When the ones that really have life is the elect, you ain't gonna know where to find them because the Lord is gonna hide them. And say we're in a prison, certain of us are gonna be in them camps. We ain't gonna be able to talk to you people. They're gonna put us in solitary confinement. They're gonna lead them over there away from everybody else. Because they know too much. All right. It said, keep going on.
Verse 20. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them.
See, the people didn't seek the light. And they don't speak according to this word. But those that do speak according to the word are the only ones that had the light. And they weren't daunted or taken by the illusions of Babylon. They weren't taken by the damn Dodgers playing whoever the hell the Orioles or the damn NBA. We don't give a damn about that. All right. So continue on.
Verse 21. And they shall pass through it, hardly be stead and hungry.
See, people gonna be hungry in that time. Ain't gonna be enough food, not enough resources. But they're gonna be hungry in another fashion too, especially our people. They're gonna be hungering and thirsting for what? Righteousness. I call you?
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay. See, that's how you know it's your time. Everybody won't bother because when we preaching, It's all good. Go ahead.
It shall come to pass that when they shall be hungry, they shall fret themselves.
See, they're gonna be mad. Fret means like you irritated, and you're gonna be mad at yourself to not get the food of the spirit. But then you're gonna be even more mad because your actual physical body is gonna be starving, and you ain't gonna know where to find anything because the whole damn time you were deceived by the illusion of Babylon and everything was great. Well, the Orioles is playing the Dodgers or whoever the hell is playing, or LeBron is flying through the sky. So you was deceived the whole time. But then when reality hits, and you ain't got Trump on the damn TV screen or LeBron dunking or whatever the hell, you gonna have to figure out in your mind like, what the hell was I doing this whole time? Were you under a rock? And now you might be trapped in your house. AI has control of your whole damn house, your smart house. And you can't get out because you didn't understand that AI was never man-made. AI is a demon. And all demon means is higher intelligence sent from the spiritual realm to take over this place. And the Lord's going to truly send the darkness, not only physical darkness, but the darkness of these people's minds. They ain't going to be no hope in the minds of these people. Go ahead,
And curse their king.
See, they're going to curse their rulers. And that's what's going to lead them to 2nd Esdras 15 and 16. Where they ain't going to regard their princes nor kings in the course of their own action. Those that ain't trapped in a house or an elevator, they're going to take it to the streets and take matters into their own hands, only to be met with another sword greater than theirs to be laid in the streets. See, this is going to be death and destruction and woe and anguish and mourning and languishing, because you people, especially our people, could not break from the illusion of Babylon. And when the veil is finally ripped from your face, your eyes, you're going to see the world of the real. And you're going to be completely cut off from the Lord's providence. You go into that word providence, it means the care of the Lord. Because the Lord makes the sun rise over the righteous and the wicked. But he didn't let the sun rise over the Egyptians for those 3 days straight. He didn't make the sun rise for them. So that goes to show you the power of the Lord. They were taken from his divine providence. See, the sun shines over all nations, the whole world. And if the Lord wants to take that one key thing that he gives to all the creation from one particular people or a particular nation, he can do that. Just to show his power. Go ahead,
And curse their king and their power, and look upward.
See, they're going to curse their king and their gods, their idols. But then even our people go curse the Lord, but they don't know who the Lord is anyway. And the Lord have already rejected you anyway because you refuse to see. But it just goes to show that's what Jake do right now. In their actions, they throw the Lord behind their back.
Yeah.
He ain't out there.
Yeah.
Even those that call themselves Israelites, they doing it. But they gonna see in that time the importance of the name of Yahweh and the name of his son Yahushua. They gonna see the importance. Go ahead,
on verse 22.
Well, before you do, let me read the NLT.
Mm-hmm.
It says, they will go from one place to another, weary and hungry. And because they are hungry, they will rage and curse their king and their God. They will look up to heaven. So they're going to look, they're going to cry out and lament and mourn. But you have only done this to yourself. You have done that yourself, like Obi-Wan told Anakin. You've done that yourself. Wisdom will not dwell in the malicious, so our people were malicious, leading all the way up into this society crumbling and breaking down, and you ain't gonna have wisdom come unto you. Because what's gonna be stability in those times? Wisdom
and knowledge.
That's
right.
See, wisdom is gonna go to those of a pure heart, the elect, but will not enter into a malicious soul, because majority of our people that are gonna side with this society, that have been daunted by the illusions of Babylon, were malicious, and wisdom cannot enter into a spirit or a body such as that, because it's not subject to the Lord. It neither can be at this time. Go ahead.
Verse Isaiah 8:22, and they shall look unto the earth, and behold trouble and darkness.
Woo. Now, what trouble is going to be happening at that time? Jacob's trouble,
martial law. Camps, famine.
Trouble.
Yep, trouble. That's it. And darkness.
Literal darkness, though. And in darkness of mind, darkness of just no hope.
Yep.
Darkness. Go ahead.
Dimness of anguish.
Dang. You're going to be in anguish. That's a mental and physical attribute. When you're in anguish, let's get that word anguish real quick.
Yeah, that's right.
Define. Okay. I got it. Anguish, severe mental or physical pain or suffering.
There it is.
So they're gonna be through.
Yep.
Dang, that's it. That's it, and that's all. Okay. All right.
I'm gonna keep going. There's a little more.
Yeah, you can keep going.
And they shall be driven to darkness. Damn,
they're gonna be driven into despair, just through. Let me get this word darkness real quick to go a little deeper. Because if people just gonna go into the dark and never be hurt. No, you're gonna be pushed into just obscurity and hopelessness. No hope. And the word there in the Hebrew is apala. Apala. Alright? Is H653. It says darkness, gloominess, calamity. It says they're going to go into the dark. They're going to go into calamity. Yeah. That's all that's going to be waiting for them. Trouble and calamity. Oh, it says, look here. It says misfortune.
Yeah.
Ooh. Man. That's it. But that's what's concealed in the dark. It says concealment. But what's in there? Misfortune. Calamity. So that's that. That was it, King. We gonna let's jump to that Isaiah where it said crying for wine in the streets.
That's 24:11.
That's good. I'm gonna go there with you. 24. And we'll play the clip after you get that. Okay. Then we gonna go back to that wisdom of Solomon. Oh, bro. Hey, actually, start at 10.
Okay. I'm go.
Oh, well, start at verse 9.
All right.
Because people, whoever do have alcohol in that time, you gotta remember the terrorists. If you did get something coming in, like the money through, a dude gonna be conserving that bottle, like he gonna be hiding and shit with the alcohol, man.
Yeah.
Whoever does have it, but the dude gonna be like, man, I'm about to be living now. But it tells you in the scriptures that it's gonna be bitter to them that drink it.
Mm-hmm.
See? Ain't gonna ease nothing. It's gonna make you bitter more, because I mean, even once you come out of that drunkenness, you got marauders outside, slavers, traitors, military fighting men, mercenaries, assassins. You have sleeper cells, robots, drones, Skynet out there. You gotta have everything out there, man.
Yep.
So go ahead,
Isaiah 24 verse 9 on down. They shall not drink wine with a song.
Mm-hmm.
Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it.
See, they ain't about to get the drink to go to the club. Ain't gonna be no clubs. Ain't gonna be no nightlife. Ain't gonna be no brunching. Society's gonna be done, and people gonna, just like in 2020, society was still standing, but it was shut down and people were through.
Yeah.
So imagine society at this time shut down, but it ain't coming back.
That's it.
And there's a real disease out there, and real military men and fighting men, and a civil war going on.
Yeah.
And certain people don't want to believe that it's going on, but then they gonna be in scarcity. Then the terrorists is gonna add on, and then the other nations that's trading with this place is gonna close their borders until the U.S. gets restores order, and order is not going to be restored according to the prophecy. Thus, with violence, shall that great city Babylon, America, be thrown down. Go ahead, out.
Verse 10: the city of confusion is broken down.
That's America. But let me get in the NLT real quick. Gone are the joys of wine and song. Alcoholic drinks turns bitter in the mouth. See, something that was once sweet, like damn, I'm good. Like, it's gonna be bitter to you. You know, the Lord can turn it into anything. He can turn that drink that person has into poison, bitterness. Just as when Israel was crying in the wilderness and they were thirsty, Moses had to throw the wood into the water to make it sweet because it was bitter. It was like poisonous or something. So Moses threw one of the branches in there, and the property of the branch made the water sweet for our people to drink. So you don't think the Lord can change? He turned water into wine, right? Yeah. The Lord can turn the drink that these people have into poison, bitterness, and kill them. But then the elect, on the other hand, they gonna be drinking. Yeah. They gonna be toasted the nigga over there dying like and then drinking, and they gonna be cool. Yeah. See, that's what the Lord can do. The Lord turned all the waters in Egypt to what? Blood. Blood. That's it. You can't drink it. From the Nile to all the way to the palace. He turned all the waters and vessels that had water in them to blood.
Yeah, so like in this time, like bro was saying, you know, if people had like packs of waters and all that, it'll be throw, you know.
Yeah, the Lord could turn it poisonous to blood. Remember on the Incredible Hulk movie? Yeah. Not the last one. The last one with my man.
Captain America?
Nah.
With the Red Hulk?
No. Okay. The Hulk with my man on there. What's his name? The dude. Damn, what's his name?
The main character, or like the?
He was the main character. It was just the Incredible Hulk movie by itself with nobody else.
Banner. But that one dude.
Well, my man who was trying to keep his anger for like days, and he fought the other dude. He fought one dude became like a Hulk too.
Oh yeah,
He was like a super soldier.
Yeah,
But I forget my man's name on that movie.
Want to check it out?
Yeah, you can look my man up.
Yeah, let me go real quick. Let me see.
But yeah, he remember his blood fell into one of the drinks.
I believe
the dude drunk the drink and died and shit.
Wow.
Because the Hulk's blood was had gamma in it.
Oh damn.
So it just goes to show you that the Lord can. What's his name?
Was that one or the newer one?
That's the one.
That's the one?
But what's my man's
right
name?
here, the cast right here. Here's the cast right here.
Edward Norton. There you go. Edward Norton, who played
Okay.
the Hulk. And that particular Incredible Hulk, the Incredible Hulk, his blood was so powerful it fell into a drink. And somebody who drunk it died instantly. So you don't think the Lord can do that to the vessels of water or liquids?
Yeah.
He can make it to the point where you take just one sip, you dead.
That's it.
The Lord can do that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The Lord's gonna do that.
Yeah.
He did it in ancient Egypt. He's gonna do it in the modern day Egypt. It said the Lord gonna bring the plagues of Egypt, and then it said even newer plagues is the Lord gonna send. Okay. Now I'll read verse 10 in the NLT. It says the city rifes in chaos. Every home is locked to keep out intruders. You see that? Yeah. It's about to be lawlessness out here.
Con.
You can read verse 11, huh?
Okay, con. There is a crying for wine in the streets.
Hey, that's a crying for answers.
All right.
People going to be crying for answers. They're going to be angry. They're going to be disgruntled. All right? But they ain't going to get what they want because it's far too late. Communication is literally going to be cut off.
Yeah.
If you can get that real quick in Esdras. Is
second Esdras?
Yeah, it's in Somewhere in Esdras.
How's it go?
It goes second Esdras 16.
Okay.
But I forget where it is exactly. I'm gonna try to get it right now. So second Esdras. I forget how it's worded because I'm thinking I'm wording it in another translation, but I might not get it. But second Esdras 16. You go to like 24.
No man be left. There should be no man left. The dead shall be cast out as dung.
We'll start at verse.
Yeah.
Oh, 27.
Okay.
27. That's the point. We'll start at verse 26 and then 27.
Okay. Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 26. The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread
Ain't gonna be no jobs. They already taking jobs from people to give it to the robots. If the power goes out and shuts down the robots, who the hell is gonna pick these grapes and all the stuffs in these vineyards and these places? And if stores are ransacked and they done, then where else are you gonna find food unless you know a farmer? And you gotta remember, roads gonna be shut down, closed off. Tesla's gonna fucking block roads and stuff like on Lead the World Behind. So if you can get to a farm, say that you get there, but who's there? Nothing's there. Now say you do get there and there's oranges everywhere and grapes, then you good. You're in a good case. But you have to first get there. And if you can't get there, then come on now. Who's gonna pick them? They just gonna rot and go to waste. Who's gonna come across them? The elect. And who's gonna be fed beyond that? You know, the birds, other animals that's going by. They're gonna be fed. Because the Lord is, the Lord is cool with the creation, but He's gonna send His wrath on you people of America and you heathen around the world that know not Him, who is. He is Yahweh, and His Son Yahweh Shai, who's gonna come with fire. He's gonna come with a cataclysmic power, fire. That's what the Lord's gonna come with. In the end, that's the end though. But you got to make it through that time because what's gonna be out here? Pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places, wars, rumors. Is a rumor of war now, but it's gonna be actual wars in that time. It's gonna be actual chaos. It's gonna be actual upheaval. It's gonna be actual death in the streets. Go ahead, Doc.
For all places shall be desolate of men.
Woo! See the death reign. See that? There it go right there. It shall be desolate of men. Now, if there's no men left, what shall happen to ye women folk that ain't traded and marauded and enslaved? Because you're going to be enslaved by military might.
No doubt.
Or you're going to be in a deep underground military bunker base. Or you're going to be eaten. Or you're going to be used and abused. And then eaten. Right? Damn. Shit. That's what's going to... Or an animal going to get you because you're going to bleed. And the bear going to smell you afar off. A lion going to come get you. Come on now. You proud, independent demons. Yeah, the animal's gonna get you. See, blood to them don't mean nothing. Like they don't know you on a period. They smell blood. And they're like, well, I need that. And because women they're like, who would you rather run into in the forest, a man or a bear? And stupid ass women saying a bear. All right, bear gonna smell that box that's bleeding and he gonna eat your ass. So stop playing around. See, the elect is gonna be cool because they weren't daunted by the illusions of Babylon. They seen it for what it was. They fled out of the midst of Babylon in their spirit. And they listened to the prophets and they prospered. As it tells you in 2 Chronicles 20. It said, believe the Lord thy power and thou shalt be established. Believe his prophets and thou shalt prosper. See, if you believe the prophets, the men of the Lord, you're going to prosper in a time of uncertainty and chaos. Go ahead, Up.
Verse 27. So that one man shall desire to see another.
Because communication is going to be cut off. You ain't going to be able to get to another. This brother, I might say, brother, you out here in Highland Park, right? And I'm literally just over there in I'm in South Pasadena. That's literally the next city over. But if the road is blocked, there's military men and there's killing in the streets. Me getting to that brother is going to be highly difficult. And we only a city away. Imagine if you a state away or
Right.
you in another country, you through.
Yeah, you through.
Because communication is going to be cut
Yeah.
and the way of travel is going to be stopped because what? Martial law.
Yeah.
They're going to stop you from going from place to place.
That's right.
And if the martial law don't stop you, just the geographical location in itself going to stop you.
Yeah.
You might have to go over a hill and under a ravine, and because you ain't trying to go on the roads, there's gonna be military men on the roads.
Yep.
So it's like, damn, you gonna have to go.
Yeah.
So read that again.
Con. 2nd Ezra 16:27. So that one man shall desire to see another.
You ain't gonna be able to see a dude on Skype on IG and shit. You gonna desire to see somebody else.
Yeah.
Another human face. There's gonna be so many people dead. You ain't gonna know who's really out there.
Yeah.
Like my man on I Am Legend. This some Neville calling to anybody out there. Is there anybody out there? Like, dude, you gonna be radio silence. That's what it's gonna be. You don't hear nothing. Just static over the airwaves. And if you do get any internet access or any bar or signal, guess who's gonna control it? Government entities.
Yeah.
Military is gonna control it. And they gonna pick your ass up and they be like, what the hell is this signal coming from? And they gonna pinpoint your location and send a drone to take your ass out.
Yeah.
And plus they have the power to kill all electronic signals coming in and out of that sector. They might say just kill the power of the whole goddamn place. I don't want nothing coming out, bro. You gotta remember what time we gonna be in.
Yeah.
Now we gonna be protected and kept by Yahweh Shemel Shai and the angels. Michael gonna stand up. But what about the other people?
Yeah.
See, they gonna be done.
They're gonna be done.
Go ahead out.
and to hear his voice.
And to hear his voice, to hear somebody else's voice. See, we can hear people's voices on the phone. Hey, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, man. So you can talk to your mom, you can talk to your dad, you talk to your brothers, your sisters, your girl. But when communication is cut off, wherever your mother and your father is, they may die there.
Yeah.
You might be states away from your family. You might be in another country and your family somewhere else. That'd be the last time you ever hear from them.
Mm-hmm.
So get it through your thick skulls that time is running out. And now is the time to seek Yahweh Shema Shah, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you Israelites out there. Now is the time, because it's going to come a time where you have no more time. You got it. I believe that was it. I'm going to jump back to the main point.
Wisdom?
Yeah, we on that wisdom of. Yeah.
17.
Yep, and I'm going to play this clip finally. And enjoy the clip. I mean, y'all already seen it in the last few lessons, but I got to keep coming back to it because it's a banger. Shalom. Enjoy the clip.
This place, I wanted to show them something that wasn't an illusion. Something that was real. Something that they could see and touch.
See, people think Babylon's real because you can see and touch and taste shit, you know? Yeah. But that don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
And when the prophets tell you none of this is going to be here, you can't see it because we can see the future of when all this is gone. We're literally living in we in that time where all this is gone.
Yeah.
But we're constantly speaking positively because we know Yahweh Shema Shai is going to be there then. He's here now. He's going to be there then.
Sure.
Our people now don't see the Lord then. They don't even see the Lord now. So how you going to see the Lord then when there's nothing? You ain't even going to know who he is. That's what it's going to be. But Esau gave you something you could taste and touch. I can go to a weak-ass Dodger game and have a hot dog and all that bullshit. But when there ain't no food at all, and you know the only one that can give it to you is the Lord, and you don't know him, how you ever going to eat again? Let's play the rest of this.
I mean, not devoid of that.
But you can't think through this one, John. You have to feel.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
Woo! I love how she said it, man. The music, you already know.
Yeah.
The music is on point.
Yeah,
what did she say? You can't think your way through this one.
Right.
You gotta feel it.
Yeah.
so niggas gonna try to think that, you know, when I say niggas, I mean everybody.
Yeah.
Esau, the heathen niggas, you know?
Yeah.
But you ain't gonna be able to think your way through them times.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to feel it.
Yeah.
You have to feel that Yahweh Shemashai is truly with you.
Yeah.
Because remember the one dude who got the shot from IUIC? He said he didn't feel the faith was there. No
Oh yeah.
he
He didn't feel love.
he
Yeah.
felt it though.
Yeah. Damn. See that?
So in this time, you have to feel.
Yeah.
Faith really is a feeling. Faith
Yeah.
is like a feeling.
Yeah.
Because we know Yahweh Shemashai is out there. Nobody had to tell us that the Lord
Yeah.
is real. Our people just have an inkling for him. They have a zeal.
Mm.
But a lot of people ain't going to have it according to knowledge. They ain't going to know why all this is happening.
Yeah.
But this is thus, saith the Lord. It's been foretold. We're going to play the rest of this.
Right.
Having mentioned it was a mistake, that's obvious. We're over-dependent on automation. I can see that now. Now, the next time everything's coming, creation is an act of sheer will. Next time it'll be flawless.
It's still the flea circus. It's all an illusion.
When we have control of
You
it,
never have control. That's the illusion. I was overwhelmed by the power of this place. But I made a mistake too. I didn't have enough respect for that power, and it's out now.
Woo! See, most people ain't had enough respect for the power who put this place, Babylon, in its power.
That's right.
So when the Lord takes the power, dang, you made a mistake too. We made that mistake too. We were overwhelmed by the power of this place when we was once in it.
Yeah.
But we made mistakes too.
Yeah.
And a lot of our people don't have enough respect for the power that set this place in power, and the power is going to be out.
Yeah.
And also the presence of the Lord is going to be gone. Said that's why I said, seek ye the Lord while he may be found. He's going to be gone from this place. He's only going to be among the elect.
Yeah.
But he ain't going to be with nobody else. And she said, I made mistakes too. I didn't have enough respect for that power, and it's out now. They're not the Egyptians. Were they without power? They were without power.
Yep.
Their gods couldn't save them, and they were literally in darkness.
That's right.
Now let's play the rest of this.
Right.
The only thing that matters now are the people we love. Alan, Lex, and Tim. John, they're out there. People are dying.
That's it. See?
Mm.
Because you people that have these families and your little woman and all that crap, when things go down, who's to say you're going to be with your family? And say you are with your family. It's going to come a time where you're going to have to get out there and get food for them. But you're going to have to leave them because they you know, a woman can't fight. The children probably too young. You may never come back. You're not... See, like old girl said, you can't think your way through this one.
Yeah.
You gotta feel it. See, nigga gonna try to think his way through it and get slain. Then your woman gonna be taken.
Yeah.
You already know what's gonna happen to her.
Yeah.
The children ain't gonna be, you know, you got daughters all through.
Yeah.
Damn. Even if you got a son, this is a nasty place.
Yeah.
So come on, man, seek the power of the Lord while it may be found. But back to Wisdom of Solomon. Where were you at?
We're in the 8th verse.
Con, go ahead, huh?
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17, verse 8. For they that promise to drive away terrors and troubles from a sick soul were sick themselves of fear, worthy to be laughed at.
Ooh, man, see, people saying that they can drive away these fears, you know, because most people cope with their insomnia with drugs. They ain't gonna have no drugs in that time. A lot of the drugs come from China. And China is in a damn tariff war with America. And during that time, the time we're seeing, the time we envision is going to be a time when China is literally at war with this fucking place. And they ain't going to bring nothing in here. Same with Russia. The same with all these nations that's dealing with America at this time still. I mean, they still dealing with America. You know, the terrorists up there, they still shipping stuff in here. But it's going to get to a point where those nations are literally at war with this place.
Right.
But then this place is going to be at war with itself, civil war.
Yeah.
And whoever can get their hands on the goods and that have the more guns, the power, well, you're going to have to go to them
That's right.
for that power.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm going to read in the NLT or the GNTA. They had claimed they could drive away all the fears and illnesses of sick minds. But now they themselves were sick with silly, groundless fears.
Mm.
So all the people that's destined or trying to help you in that time, they gonna be struck with fear too. The people that you think had it all together, then they say that the mighty men gonna be crying there bitterly.
Yeah.
These are mighty men. These are warrior soldiers. They gonna be hit with fear.
Yeah.
You already know the women and the children gonna be shaking and moving. Old people, but the warriors themselves is gonna be shook in the mind.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna know what's coming. The only ones that's gonna be stable is gonna be the elect. That's gonna have wisdom and knowledge to be their stability in that time, and that the fear of the Lord is gonna be their treasure. You got it up. Keep going.
Verse 9, for though no terrible thing did fear them.
See, nothing was really actually going on. It was the anticipation of the fear. It wasn't even actual dangers yet. Like Final Destination, it was coming for you.
Yeah.
But you didn't see it until you didn't see it until it struck.
Yet being scared with beasts that pass by and hissing of serpents.
Man. That's it. Let's read verse 9 NLT. Even though nothing dangerous had actually happened, they were terrified by hissing snakes and animals advancing on them. But then imagine something running up on you, but ain't nothing there. Damn.
Yo.
Go ahead.
Verse 10, they died for fear, denying that they saw the air, which could of no side be avoided.
Dang. NLT. And so they died, shaking with fear, afraid even to open their eyes, yet unable to keep them shut. Insomnia. Awake. See, the Lord had you awake.
Yeah, true.
Damn. Verse 11.
For wickedness condemned by their own witness.
Dang. So our people gonna be alone with themselves finally to know how wicked and ugly they were.
Yeah.
Nigga stole a woman in adultery. Then his house is ransacked, and the enemy soldier, the captain of that battalion, is gonna be like, I like that woman. She coming with me.
That's it.
And that dude ain't gonna be able to do a goddamn thing.
That's it.
He's like, but the rules of war, sir. Do you want to know the rules of war? They gonna point the gun at this nigga and be like, and he gonna know in his mind like, I took this woman from somebody else. And now in that time, that woman is taken from you. It said, as a man sinneth, that shall he also be punished.
That's right.
So these adulterous ass niggas that stole others men's women gonna have things stole from them. See, it's coming down to the wire here.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Come on. For wickedness condemned by their own witness is very timorous. Yeah. And being pressed with conscience,
which means your mind, your thoughts,
always forecasteth grievous things.
So it's giving you worse things. Pretty much, people in their mind be like, man, I deserve this. Yeah. You thinking about what really should happen to your ass, and you don't even know what the Lord about to do to you. Yeah. You know, the Lord is terrible. He is the king of terrors. Yeah. Now let me read it in the NLT. Wickedness is cowardly in itself and stands self-condemned. Someone with a guilty conscience will always imagine things to be worse than they really are. So all you people with a guilty ass conscience, you gonna imagine things to be worse than what they really are. Yeah. And then it's gonna be worse than what you even imagined, because it said that it's gonna be like a time like never before.
That's right.
Verse 12.
Verse 12. For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succors which reason offereth.
People ain't gonna have reason. Since you can't go to your AI Siri, tell me. Siri gonna be turned off. Yeah. Or Siri might come on and say, shut up. And go back up. Like, be quiet. You know? But you never know, see? Because, all Siri is a demon. So demon might come on and talk to you.
For real.
And say, I love you. And shut the whole house down.
Yeah. Or
send a drone in
For real.
Might tap into a military drone and come straight to the house and kill your ass.
Yeah.
See, it's about to be some Final Destination, unorthodox, unordinary type things happening to you people, because you fell for the illusion and the art and magic of Babylon America through its TV, the music, through the propaganda, through the mindsets of this place. But then you're going to see the true reality of Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. And like the saying goes, Brother Zion says it beautifully all the time. He says, you people can ignore reality, but you cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. And the consequences is going to meet you people finally, because you try to ignore it for so long. You had the drugs, you had the drink, you had the concerts, you had the movie theater, you had the video games, you had the damn basketball games, you had soccer, you had FIFA, you had all these things to distract you. But when all those things are gone, who's going to distract you then? You're going to be with your own mind, and the Lord is going to have you condemn yourself in your own mind through your own conscience. That was verse 12, right?
Yeah.
Verse 12 in the GNTA, fear is nothing but the failure to use the help that reason gives. Man, so people's reason is going to be through, and it's going to be gone from them. But we're going to read 13 and 14. We're going to stop right there, and then we're going to jump down to 20. And then we're going to read those two verses, 20 and 21, and then we're going to close out.
Okay.
But you verse 13, right?
Okay.
You got it.
And the expectation from within,
Man.
being less, counteth the ignorance more than the cause which bringeth the torment.
Torment, dang. When you lack the confidence, which is the faith, to rely on reason, you give in to the fears caused by ignorance. Which ignorance just means you're ignoring the fact. Because a dude would be like, it ain't nothing. Like a little child under the blanket, there's nothing right there. Like you keep telling yourself nothing's there.
Yeah.
But there is something there.
Yeah.
Like you might have a dead body in your house, like, he's not dead. It's just shaking in the field, weaning. But the dude really dead over there.
Yeah.
Like he's dead.
Yeah.
You have no food in your house.
Yeah.
People is going through your house, ransacking it. You have spirits and demons in your house touching you, talking to you.
Yeah.
He's like, it's not real. It's not real. You have a damn lion right there licking you and shit. He really right there. He's like, there's not a lion right there. There's a lion right there roaring in your ears. and in front of the lion's roar, it can actually make you go deaf.
Yeah.
The lion's roar so loud, it can be right there. It'll throw you off your equilibrium.
Through.
So you be through. And I'll read the NLT or the GNTA, so like it. All night long, those people slept. You didn't read 14 yet.
Not yet.
Oh yeah, read it. That's like it.
But they sleeping the same sleep that night.
So they tried to sleep. Yeah. See, certain people try to, because when you just through and it's already dark, you're like, might as well go sleep. Yeah. The Lord didn't allow them to go to sleep. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, Lord is terrible. Go ahead.
Right. Which was indeed intolerable.
It wasn't tolerable. They couldn't get to sleep. They couldn't. Yeah. Damn.
True.
Damn. For real. Yep. Dang. That's going to be a luxury in the time we approaching. Is a good night's sleep.
Yep.
Damn. Bullets going off, drones flying, robots on, the lights turned on, Siri talking to you, yelling at you, cursing you out. A nigga got a chip he control. You ain't never going to be able to sleep.
Yeah. You're very vulnerable, Damn. So you're not going to have time. Like, you're going to be like one eye open. Like, there's going to be so much going on out there.
Damn.
Because you can come in there and just,
at any time.
Yeah. You have to be on guard.
Damn, on guard. And then imagine the places in the country that are hit with blizzards and shit. That's why the Lord said, pray that your flight be not in the winter. You might be in a blizzard, goddamn storm, and the power go out. You might be in the damn sweltering heat in the south, gone. We might be out here in Cali, and the damn freeways go down because a damn earthquake knocked them out. Yeah. You through.
That's it.
Because this is how California is with freeways and shit. Yeah. You can get places quick. Yeah. But if those freeways are collapsed, you through. You stuck wherever you at. Yeah. Go ahead, huh?
And which came upon them out of the bottoms of the inevitable hell.
Hell, which is the grave, which is from the underworld. Yeah. Because their spirits dwell in graves. The demons, they dwell in dirty and dark places. Yeah. So when the darkness is here, this place is already sorcery and witchcraft and wickedness. Who's going to dwell here? Who's going to take sway over this place? Just like in ancient Egypt, the Lord sent among them what? Evil angels.
Yeah.
Come on now, Lord gonna send evil spirits upon this place.
Yeah.
They already here anyway. People worshiping them already.
Yeah.
Lord gonna let them go loose. Gonna have a good time.
Yeah.
You know, do your thing.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Satan. Do your thing, man. It's your time.
Damn.
It says, all night long, those people slept the same restless sleep, even though the night held no power over them, since it came from the powerless depths of the world of the dead. Man, because it said the light and the darkness is the same with the Lord. It said both peace and evil come from the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, so the Lord sent the darkness from his own realm. It was like, go and live in that real quick. like that's and like the apostle said, he said it could have been a black hole.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Damn. Imagine. Yeah.
Like, because you just, it's cold,
Yeah.
it's black, and then you got the demons coming out the
Oh, yeah.
portal.
Imagine.
Damn, so they're like, why does it feel so cold?
Huh.
Just hearing the echo, just,
Yeah.
you just there. Now we're going to jump down to 20 and 21. Now this was really going on. Now it was darkness over Egypt. And there's going to be a darkness that could be felt over Babylon the Great itself. Because the Lord going to bring this place down with violence. And this is what was really going on. We're going to close out with these scriptures. Go ahead, Al.
Verse 20.
Yep.
For the whole world shined with clear light,
Woo!
and none were hindered in their labor.
So it said the whole world shined with the light of the sun. The sun still came up, but just not over Egypt.
Yeah.
It was darkness. 3 days. Now, Israel had light in their dwellings, right?
Yeah.
But it said that the rest of the world had the sun come up.
Yeah.
They didn't even know what the hell was going on over there in Egypt. Like, man, all right, whatever, man.
Yeah.
We gonna do our own thing. But in Egypt, darkness and hell and plague and apparitions and ghosts and spirits and demons, evil angels.
Yeah.
That's what they were experiencing. But the rest of the world went on as it was.
Yeah.
And I'll read it in the GNTA. In full light of day, the rest of the world went about its business undisturbed. But yet they was in the dark though.
Yeah.
Damn, that's power. Verse 21. We'll end it with this.
Over them only was spread in heavy night, an image of that darkness, which should afterward receive them.
Which is death.
Damn.
You know, they said, they go dark and they see the light, but they ain't seen no light. The next light you'll see is Yahweh Shemashai's throne.
That's it.
And you dead.
That's it.
Go ahead, Al.
But yet were they unto themselves more grievous than the darkness.
Because they know what they have done.
Yeah.
They're like, your ass deserved this. You bugged out. You're a demon.
Yeah.
And what you think the Lord is going to ease you with death?
Mm-hmm.
No, he's going to keep you in torment.
Yeah.
Then take you when he wants to take you.
Yeah.
And that was it.
That was it.
And you get given up of the ghost, and that'll be the last one. It says only those people were covered by this heavy night, a foretaste of the darkness of death that was waiting for them. They were a burden to themselves that was even heavier than the darkness. Man, that's the weight of iniquity. That's the weight of sin is even heavier than the actual darkness that covered these people. But I'm gonna go there right with you. Giving up of the ghost. It's in Job, I believe.
Oh, Job? I have gave up the ghost. Oh, giving up the ghost.
Giving up.
So where you at?
So it goes. All right. Yep, it's Job 11 and 20. Huh?
Job 11, 20. Come on. What's going on? Job 11 and 20. Okay.
Now read 18 real quick. This is for the elect. We're going to leave it on a good note for the elect. You got it, huh?
Job 11 verse 18. And thou shalt be secure, because there is hope. Yea, thou shalt dig about thee, and thou shalt take thy rest in safety.
See, the Lord going to lead brothers in the bunkers, with the supply with food. The Lord going to lead us into a place of succor. He's going to lead us into a storehouse where we're going to be good. Or the Lord can rain manna or whatever he wants to do to feed his elect. He said we're going to be good. Because we have hope in the time where there is no hope for other people.
Yeah.
You can't think your way through this. You got to feel it. So you have to feel it. The Lord going to make you feel the terror. And he's going to make his elect feel his comfort, his saving grace.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Al.
Verse 19. Also, thou shalt lie down.
We was just talking about sleeping.
Yeah.
Niggas gonna have insomnia out here, but the elect gonna be able to sleep. It said the Lord giveth his beloved sleep.
Yeah.
That's another name for the elect. And then beloved goes back to Dawadah, David.
Mm.
So the Lord gonna give his beloved sleep in that time where everybody else is awake.
Right. And none shall make thee afraid.
Woo, the troopers, the scourge of the tongue, these decrees.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna make us afraid. We're
Yeah.
gonna be
Sure.
divinely protected, so to
Right.
speak. Go ahead.
Many shall make suit unto thee.
Dang, everybody gonna seek to try to get to you. Like,
Oh, I can't.
hey man, hey. But
Yeah.
they ain't gonna be able
Where they at?
to do nothing.
Yeah.
But this is what's gonna happen to the wicked and ungodly. Go ahead.
Verse 20. But the eyes of the wicked shall fail,
Man, ain't nothing gonna happen good for them. Go ahead.
and they shall not escape. Damn. And their hope shall be as the giving up of the ghost.
That's their hope, is to die. It's
Yeah.
death. And
Yeah.
that's what we just read in
Yeah.
Wisdom of Solomon with the Egyptians in the darkness.
Yeah.
And that's what's going
Yeah.
pursue.
Yeah, and that's going to flee. You
Yeah.
know, they're not going to be able to. The Lord's going to keep that spirit in them.
And that's what's going to transpire.
Mm.
And with that, we're going to close out. Lord's willing, this is an edifying lesson, just a continuation on the series that I've been doing, The Illusions of Babylon. You know, pretty much it is a lie. Be not daunted by the illusions of Babylon. You know, seek the light. All right? Be not swayed, be not bamboozled by the illusions of this place no longer. Everything is coming to a head. Everything is being revealed. Listen to the men of the Lord while there is still time. Babylon, America is an illusion. Seek the light. Okay? So with that, we're going to close out. We're going to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem,
Rakakadash. Double honors unto our apostles and elders, once again, that great millstone that rule well and continue to do so. Salutations, peace, and blessings unto the hopeful elect, that house of David. To you brothers out there fighting, keep fighting. To you sisters doing that which is becoming of women, shalom. To those that are addicted unto this ministry, we say shalom.
Shalom.
On to the next one.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.